How the heck's going on? What are you up to, John?
Oh, things are going great. I since the Texas event, when it hit, I left it went down to 0 degrees. I left just in time, so I've been in Florida ever since. Enjoying my time away from everything, but I go back Saturday, back to New York, and get the business up and running, and we'll be running all the way until December. So right now I'm doing really good. I got a couple more days here.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep. We got our 2 guests tonight on. We got Jamie Schmidt and Dave Flipping, guys. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing great.
Fantastic. All is well. Glad to be back to work.
How you doing? How you doing, Flip? That's awesome.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
For you guys are going good. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome stuff. Awesome. Hey, we got our first controversial guy here. Deshaun Crawford. We love you, Deshaun.
Yes, we love you, man.
Great guy.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of laughs.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Rashad called me today. He was calling me. He wants to be the president of the organization. He told me today. That's what he told me.
Who called you?
You know Rashad. Rashad, you know Rashad.
Oh, yeah,
you gave him one of your shirts, John.
Yeah, he's a funny dude, man.
You gave one of your shirts. Got a great picture of you guys. So
you know what's funny? I talked to him on the phone. I seen him on a computer. I thought he was short. He's about a foot taller than me. It's crazy when you meet people in person.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm probably the shortest one here, I think. I look tall now, though, but it's all good. It's all good.
And a booster seat.
Yeah. It's nice to meet people in person, though. You know, it's a different world in person than typing away on Facebook.
Yeah, how about that? How about the first time I met you was November, right, John?
Yeah, I met you in Phoenix,
Arizona. Yeah, it was awesome, man. Yeah, that Phoenix event was good. Yeah.
Well, our feed is good. He's good back. Our host froze up, but our feed's still good. I was watching it.
Okay. Yeah, every event I've gone to during this pandemic has been good. I mean, we had the Texas one, we had the Phoenix one, Jamie had the Myrtle Beach one that went really well. You know, everything, just got to be careful. That's all. And everything's open up now.
If I keep freezing up, John, just take the show.
Yeah, if you don't start talking, I'll just make up stuff. I like to be prepared, but, Ron just hit me up to go on live. So here we are.
So I guess David Flipping was he the special guest? I guess Flip was a special.
He's our guy. Yeah, he's our special guest. You made him administrator, so I thought we'd announce it tonight. You made him an administrator over at your org, and here he is today. It's tonight. Why don't we just bring him on with us?
Flip is a director of the.
Oh, he made director. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I misunderstood that. Congratulations, Director Flip.
Yes, Flip is a
awesome stuff.
And Flip has a lot of passion, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
He certainly does. That's why we had him come on.
I did talk to Jamie yesterday, but I didn't let the cat out of the bag, man.
You didn't?
Said, hey,
I know.
He's got this. Yeah.
and I said, I told
him he was keeping it a secret.
And I said, man, I think it might be you. And he was like, nah, he didn't say anything to me about it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Hey, that's good. I want you guys to know if you tell me something, man, I can bury it like the third story in the news, man. That's it.
Yep.
That's my style, man.
So what is Flip now? He's a director for the PWMCA. He's an administrator for Pressure Power Wash Motivation, your page.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flip, you're like the rising star, man. That's why you're the guest here, man. You're the rising star out there.
Flip's always been a star, man. Flip's always been a star.
He's getting more and more known now. I talk to people like, oh, I know that guy.
Yeah, everybody knows Flip, man.
He's the most known guy in the industry right now.
Yeah, most popular guy. Yep.
Everybody knows Flip, man. You can't not know Flip.
He's got the perfect name, too. How can you forget it? Only one who forgot it was Ron tonight, but outside of that, nobody forgets Flip.
Well, Ron forgot the government name.
Well, I want to know what Flip's last name was, and here it is. It's Flip. So I was like, oh, man, I messed up.
Yeah.
I got that nickname in 2001, actually, when we were starting the restaurant cleaning. Charlene and we cleaned one of the Applebee's for 3 days, and we went in to see the manager just to see how we were doing. And when we walked through the front door, the server said, "Hey, that Flip guy is here," and that was it. That's how it happened.
That was it. Flip was there.
He's been there ever since.
Flip was born. There it is.
Flip was born.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It's funny. We all got these Sublime shirts on, man. This whole industry. Do you guys remember where this all came from? Who started this?
NASCAR.
What?
AC, I think, was the first one that rolled out with
AC. You won. AC was definitely the first guy.
He was the first
when
one.
AC came up, though, man. The basically the shirts were a little bit more versus fishing tour, NASCAR. Yep. I don't know if you guys remember this, but the bowling industry was actually using them at that time, man. And it was kind of funny because they were trying to revive bowling, and they'd come out with these shirts that had all kinds of obnoxious stuff on them, you know. But they've come a long way. I mean, look at the different designs now. Like the shirts they just look so much more professional now, and they're bleach proof or chemical resistant. For the most part, can't really say that.
Yes, resistant. You got resistant. They are not bleach proof.
Right.
I've seen some bleach. I've seen some bleach in the past. It happens.
AC Locker.
You know what's funny? I got some that are like 11 years old that I wear, and I mean, it's crazy how they just last. I mean, we're gonna see these things. John and me might be dead, and somebody be walking around with a John Tornabene, a John Tornabene garage cleaning class. Yeah. I mean, they're going to last 15, 20 years. It's crazy. It's crazy how these things last.
Yeah, the thing with shirts are
so silly.
Right. Guys will wear the shirts a lot more than the hats. That's what I noticed. That if you give them a shirt, I gave out some of my company shirts here. When I run into some of the local contractors, they'll come by, they're wearing it. So the shirts go a longer way, I think. And you know what? Yeah. You know, it's similar, of course. These hats aren't cheap either. So
here's a prop for you. I didn't even know about this, Jamie. What a great job here. William Sutton. William's been around so long. I didn't even realize you did that. How long ago did you do that for him?
That was a couple years ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
You love those fundraisers, man. What was the last one you just did? You and John did something for Corey, right?
Yeah, for Corey. Yeah. Yep.
It's not him, his wife, though, right?
His wife.
Yeah. You guys are always doing something good. That's good stuff, man. Guys, got any other fundraisers on the horizon?
No, nothing right now, man. We just been hectic, so a lot going on. So it's hard. You know, it's hard.
Yeah.
Time is an issue. You know?
Well, when you get back into this season, it gets a little crazy, man. And you got events going on.
Yes. Free
education. By the way, your free education event that's full. What's the date? You cannot get it. It's sold out.
Yeah, it's
given out.
Given out. Yeah, March 12th and 13th. It's going to be a great event, man, here in Jersey. Yeah. You know, it's a training event. It's a strictly training event, but it's going to be great. And hey, we'll see what happens, man, guys. I know Flip will be down here. He's looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
What are you teaching, Flip?
No, I'm just here, man, to learn about the Triton material they got going on, the sealer.
Okay.
So I'm just going to be in the class. In fact, the guys are going to come up. Lonnie and them are going to come up a couple days early. I think they're going to stop by my house and go over some things with our patio that we had installed 2 years ago, because we're going to be adding sealer to our line this year. So
awesome.
Yeah, my buddy's
brand new service you're going to try to fix in there. That's good. Brand new service. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's up? Your buddy's going there, John, you said?
Yeah, my good friend Stewie, he's been to Phoenix, you know, when I was out there. I take him around with me when I do the garage classes. He's a window washer over here, but he asked me some good people in the industry, and I tell him, I mentioned Flip right off the bat because Flip is more and more on a computer now. And my friend called you, right, Flip? Stewart?
Yeah, Stewart, man.
Yeah, good guy, man.
Good dude, man. I spoke to him again today. Right. I was trying to get him down to Jamie's event. Obviously, it's full now, but I think he said he has another job, so he's got to kind of, you know, pick his time when he can get there. But in fact, he's looking to call Jamie about some equipment. He's trying to get it 12 volt or whatever it is he wants to do to start the season. But yeah, he did. I spoke to him several times already.
Nice
He's a good
guy.
dude.
Yeah, and he calls me his mentor. I don't know if he told you that, Flip. I call him my bodyguard. He's over 6'4". He's a big dude, man.
Oh, he's a big guy.
Yeah, great guy. So easy going, but he's a big dude. So
Did you buy flip.com, Flip? Did you buy flip.com? Do you have that?
No.
Ryan McCowan says you flip.com. That's funny stuff.
Yeah.
Funny stuff. Well, Flip, I'm gonna tell you, you're a star. You're the star on the show tonight, man. Legend, huge. Let's see what other words. I mean, great guy. Let's see. Jamie's a great guy.
Jamie's fantastic.
I guess Don's just busy. John's busy. I guess you guys are running him around. I guess. Don's down in Georgia, right?
No,
is he down in Georgia?
No, he's down in Carolinas, but he deals with the vendors. Don is the vendor liaison, so his job is to deal with the vendors, and that keeps him busy.
Oh,
I mean, that's
I don't want to say anything about that because that's a tough job, man.
Yeah, it's a tough job. Yeah, so that's a tough job that he has.
Yeah,
it's always trying to catch people and all that stuff is hard. So he does an awesome job at that.
Yeah,
he does.
So I was trying to ask you earlier. You're having the event in February, but you're not doing it in Myrtle Beach, right? You're doing it somewhere else.
Yeah, no. So next February we're moving to looks like Charleston.
Okay.
We want to get to a nicer venue. I put a jot form out. I emailed a jot form to everybody that attended Myrtle Beach to get feedback. I want everybody's feedback, and all the feedback was the same. Everybody loved it. It was a great event. You love the vendors, the speakers. All the negative feedback or stuff that wasn't nice was the venue. It was just coming back to the venue every time. Mrs. Flip had a problem with the venue too, with her room, and they weren't too nice about it. So yeah, we're gonna go to Charleston. We're gonna go to a really nice place, and it'll be a little.
Are you gonna try the convention? Are you gonna try the convention center that we've done it at there?
I'm not sure. I'm waiting for. I'm talking to them, and I'm also talking to I guess it's the embassy. I believe it is. I believe that's.
Well, the embassy's connected to the convention center, right?
Yeah, it's not the embassy then. I have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a really good place, man. And they've got all kinds. They can make a 3,000 square foot event, a 7,000 square foot event, or a 70,000 square foot event. They got so much room there. It's crazy.
They got so much room.
Yeah, and you got a stadium. But what's cool is a lot of those big convention halls can't do a small one, and they can do a small event. I mean, they can do a 500,000 event. I mean, when we say small in our industry, that's giant. But I mean, in normal industries, it's like 30,000 people coming. You know what I mean? It's like craziness.
Yeah, these hotels are amazing. When I did the Vegas 1 year ago, we did it at the Rio Hotel. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them. They're like 50 stories up. The hotel is massive, and we only have 45 people. We had a small venue. And they took these rooms, they just partitioned them all off. We brought in the Dodge trucks. We had 5 brand new Dodge trucks brought in there, and that worked out good. And the nice thing was the hotel is gigantic. So there's bars all over the place. There's entertainment. There's gambling, obviously. It was Vegas. And all the rooms are cheap. So they could take a big hotel and scale it down for you or scale it up.
Well, I can tell you the issue that's going on right now is because of 2020, the situation with COVID. Next year, these venues they don't have many dates available because everything was pushed. Conventions, weddings, everything's was pushed. So that's the toughest part.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to do something with Atlantic City now, because I know if I get
we're trying to get them in so we can get it going on.
Yeah, if I can get in now, I'm gonna get in next year too. That's what we're working on. I don't want all these restrictions thrown at me out of nowhere. So that's what we're trying to work on. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. He can hear you. Hey, I want to do something here, John. Hey, Flip, I was glad that you came on tonight, man. I just wanted to bring you on, man, and tell you congratulations about your new position. We appreciate you in the industry. Right? Isn't that right, John?
Oh, listen, Flip knows. I was watching Flip's video today when him and his crew were out there cleaning a condo complex. We start one in 2 weeks, and I'm laying on the couch, and I'm like, that guy is unbelievable. I said, to know Flip is to love him. That's the truth. That is the truth.
Give us some inspiration in closing, because Flip knew I wasn't keeping him on here all night. What do you want to say to your fans out there that all say you're great, we love Flip? What do you want to tell them?
Well, listen, man. You guys, by now you all know, man, I have a real passion for this. From the time I started going to these events back in 2017, and I had a chance to, travel around since that time and meet everybody. It's been great meeting a lot of the instructors and some of the top guys in the industry. But I got to tell you guys something, man. What makes these events, what makes this industry are the contractors. I mean, here lately, I have had a chance between the show that they put on in Pennsylvania and Myrtle Beach. I've had a chance to really talk to the contractors. And I'm telling you, if you think I'm passionate about this, get a couple contractors on here and hear their stories, man. These guys are thirsty for knowledge, and they really got a lot of great potential. So
I say
it's right up there. It's right up there, Flip. Contractors first, right?
Contractors first. I told you I love that tagline, man. I love it. So, but look, listen, man. Thanks for having me on, man. Jamie, I do want to say to Jamie, man, my God, Jamie's just a really good friend. It's going to be an honor working for BWMCA. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, man, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Okay.
Well, we appreciate you, Flip. Thanks for coming out. We'll have you again another night to talk about stuff in the future. Maybe after the training event, we'll see what you learned with sealing. We'll have you come back on and give a recap on it or something.
All right. That sounds like a plan. Guys, thanks so much.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks a lot.
Take care, Flip.
Take care, guys.
Good guy.
Hey, guys, as you guys know, you guys can see other people got it. I got a special thing. I got to bring this young lady in. She's been working on some things here, and we just want to introduce Trudy. How you doing, Trudy?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Trudy. Tell them the special surprise you got going on in Atlanta, so you can get back to. I know Shane probably wants dinner or something. You probably are. You're probably multitasking between paint sampling, chemicals, mixing chemicals. You're probably building rigs. You got to make dinner too, right? I mean,
girl of many hats is classic touch.
That's it.
There's Panhandle right here. There's John Tornabendi's class right here.
Love it.
And then there's Pressure Wash Institute. So I've got them all.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to tell all the secrets. You got to join the group and come to the class to learn it. But
we will go live though, so you need to be watching the live feed. This will be coming from Panhandle Power Wash Supply, Trudy. Give them a little taste of some of the stuff you got, because it's pretty interesting stuff.
It is interesting. I spoke with a Benjamin Moore rep today, a contractor rep, and got some information from him. And I just want to let you know how obsessed I am with this. About 4 years ago, I painted my house 2 different colors of blue. I'm just serious. I painted it just to see if I could wash it and it'd survive. This is how crazy I am. But I'm just focused on contractors. I mean, that is why I'm doing this. I've been a contractor for 17 years, and I don't want to see these guys go out of business because of something they can't control. So what I'm doing is trying a little bit of this and trying a little bit of that to see what they can use on this organic pigment to not ruin their careers and their lives. Yeah, I know a guy lost his business, has been bankrupt because 7 houses he washed changed overnight. I want to see people get contractors.
You've been testing other manufacturers.
Yes.
You've been testing other cleaning processes and stuff. And I got to tell you guys, I've got a sneak preview at some of this stuff, and you are going to be knocked off your socks at some of the stuff she's found out, and she's going to be able to deliver in Atlanta. And we're going to be live with it, right? We're going to go live. Everybody's going to get this. It's going to unfold all there over several different manufacturers, 5 or 6 different cleaning applications. How many was it?
6 right now.
6. You're out how much money now right now in cleaning?
I'm dollars into this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Shane's going to divorce me over this paint issue. I swear to God. He goes to bed and I'm on there Googling, oh my gosh, what can I do? What other chemical can I try? But yeah, my voice is very hoarse because I cleaned like 6 houses yesterday. So I've been inhaling a bunch of stuff. And chemical burn looks beautiful. I got little scabs, but whatever. That's what you do. But yeah, I'm very excited about this. I have been to paint companies and asked them what they recommend I wash with, and gave them the information. It's like, I've heard that these houses are changing colors. What do you recommend us contractors clean with? And I take their recommendations, and I tried one today, and it was actually worse than what I used.
I know. I saw that one, and I could tell it was worse.
I was so shocked. And this is a house. I tell the story that we wash a house every 6 months. It does have this paint, but the owner knows, and we didn't change the paint. It was another pressure washer, but he called us, and we have a routine that we do. I wet the body. Shane comes behind me and hits the trim and the eaves, and we keep the body wet so it doesn't damage it more than it already is. But the neighbor bought this chemical or detergent, whatever, that they told him to purchase to wash his house, and his house got destroyed. So he ended up repainting with another manufacturer. But so I was just shocked that it actually turned out worse than what I wash with. It was
Crazy.
And it's worse than what we do as a standard in our industry. So yeah, I was shocked and kind of pleasantly surprised that it wasn't us doing anything wrong. So, I followed their recommendations. I washed it as they told me to wash it, and it came out worse. So we're not doing anything wrong as contractors. We're doing I'm sure there are some chlorine.
I have a question.
Yeah.
We clean wood houses all the time, and we have yet to run into this, but I know it's coming. It scares me. Is really the bleach is what the problem is in all this stuff?
No.
So, like Jomax, for example, I don't use Jomax.
That's what we're going to expose, John. That's what we're going to expose. She just told you 6 different cleaning applications and chemicals. Right. Again, some that we're going to show you, they've recommended to use. Do you understand? Again,
that's a story.
Fail. Yeah,
that's a story. But a lot of these chemicals, they tell you, like Jomax, I bring them up because that's the first chemical I used 25 years ago. And it says in the back, you got to add bleach. I don't know what they changed. I do my own stuff now, like I'm sure a lot of you guys do. But
I'm using it, so we'll see how that works out. But you missed my class because you're
I'm on my plan, my flight guy. I thought I was gonna miss my class too. So scary. Everything's scary.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to do this.
Right.
Yeah, it's an organic pigment that they put in the paint, and a telltale sign is if you go on the sunny side of the house,
right.
If it's faded, then test, because sun kills organic matter.
Yeah.
It's in the sun and it's fading. You probably got an issue with that paint.
Well, sun bleaches everything.
Right. So why would they put an organic pigment in exterior paint? I don't understand.
I don't know. I know one company that does that, but I'm sure there's more. The big one is Williams.
I've got some information. I can't confirm or deny. But I'm not gonna. If I've only got one person to say, "Hey, this brand did it," I don't know how they wash. Right. I talked to a guy the other day that was melting, paint off metal shutters, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He said, "I was washing the roof, so I decided to wash the house while I was doing it." I'm like, "You don't do that.
Oh no.
You don't put a mix on a house. No. You don't do that. That's why it's a roof mix." So I can't confirm that he washed the house correctly. So I do know that the paint that I have dealt with is true because it happened to me. And it's happened many times during a test spot. I see it changing. I ask the questions. I get the answers. And I don't know everything. I'm not an expert. I am just doing what I can and finding out what information I can so I can help other contractors. I don't want you to paint a house, John. I don't want you to paint somebody.
We probably do at least 100, 200 wood houses a year. Probably more than that. And because we go out towards the Hamptons that way in Long Island. There's no vinyl that way. It's all wood. Vinyl's imitation clapboard. So you go to high end areas, there's no vinyl in there most of the time. And I haven't ran into this stuff, but I'm seeing it. It scares me.
It can happen on vinyl. It can happen on any surface. It's the paint. It's not the surface. So it can be vinyl. It can be.
Oh, you're saying
stucco.
vinyl, manufactured vinyl is now running into a problem too?
If it's repainted.
Oh yeah, if it's repainted, yeah, sure, that I could see. Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
a lot of people buy it. They don't know if it's been repainted or not. You know, they don't know. I mean, I don't know what. Well, I do know what paint's on my house.
I had it. I'm done. I'm getting out.
Blue.
He's over with. Stick with garages.
Yeah, he has to stick to the garage.
No more bleach in garages. You don't have to worry about it.
Ron and I are gonna have a good show in 2 weeks. We're gonna have the owner of Joe Walters on, Tom Saviacek, and I was talking about garages. I was on a phone with him 45 minutes yesterday at least because I met him years ago, right? And I say, you know what I love about garages? Because generally it's mostly all flat work. And I'm like, because we're talking about the insurance stuff. That's a big conversation that's going to come out in a couple of weeks. And Bo Giuseppe and PWA have all this stuff coming out about this. But it's all flat work. If anything, you may pull a muscle in your leg. That's about as bad as you're going to get, you know? I love doing a garage. It's flat work. Very rarely we've ever done the outside of the garages in New York and Pennsylvania, Connecticut, New Jersey. It's usually in the inside. And it's safe in there without counting, of course, carbon monoxide. I mean, there's other things you got to worry about. But it's none of this stuff. Paint's changing colors. People bleach burns down their back and everything. It's like residential is deadly.
Free chemical.
Yeah, I saw that. I said, Kat, I showed a picture. I said, Kat, look at Trudy's sunburn. Kat is looking like this. She goes, that looks kind of odd. I said, yeah, it's all bleach burn on it.
It was windy yesterday. Miserable. And the bad thing is I called Shane and I said, hey, we're done with the 6th house. And he said, oh, I think we're all done. And he goes, oh, wait, there's another one. I didn't get to it. I'm like, okay, well, I want to get home and get in the hot tub. He goes, oh, I just got out of the shower. I'm like, you're working. But I weigh over 100 pounds less than you. I'm colder. What?
That's funny.
It works.
Yeah.
He never sneaks off. I don't even see him. I'm just happy working.
And I got to tell you, Florida is windy. It's windy.
It is windy.
Like every day is 85 degrees here. I'm down in South Florida. Every day it's sunny. And I'm like, where the hell is this wind coming from? I had a guy power wash this place, and I'm watching him do it, and poof, the chemicals are flying all over the place.
When I watch
now you know why those guys in Florida kill everything.
Yeah. I don't know nothing.
When I wash a house, I wash the side of the other house every time. I can wash your house, the other side's free.
Yeah, you got that plant and property stuff. You're spraying the garden on one house, and you got to spray across the street because the shit's gonna take off.
Definitely. Season we get in some of these subdivisions, people are riding by. Stop. It's like, can you just go?
Hey guys, we got Carlos Gonzalez on tonight. Jamie, if I say something incorrect, you can correct me because maybe you can help me. It's pressurewashingtraining.com, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Pressure washing training. And Carlos has got what's he doing? He's going gas station training. What?
He's doing gas station and also niche marketing also. So it doesn't have to be just gas station. Anything,
does he?
Niche marketing. You know what I mean? It could be like John. Yeah. John's niche marketing his garage. Garage.
Yeah.
He's how to sell those again. How to market.
Right. I just wanted to make sure.
Work and field work.
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing those.
But his gas stations, he's doing hands-on. He's doing hands-on.
I mean, he did a hands-on last month in Atlanta. Then he did Myrtle Beach. He did a class. And then he's doing. I think this month he's got something coming up in
Pennsylvania. I know he has Pennsylvania. Yeah, he has Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So pressurewashtraining.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pop it in there, Carlos, and I'll throw it across the banner if you want. You guys want to check it out. Pressure washing training. What other trainings we got going on? You taking off, Trudy?
I've got to feed my man. He's hungry.
All right.
Yeah,
we're good having you. We appreciate you, Trudy.
Put your other on.
We're excited to see this on the 19th. Yeah. It'll be on the 19th in the morning.
Yeah.
See you then. Bye-bye.
Take care, Trudy.
Man, we're gonna have one guest after another tonight, man. The Mr. Famous guy, Washmart University, our washers, washmart.com, Marco Ramondo.
It's
The
pressure.
man.
It's pressure wash training, not pressure washing. Pressure
Pressure
wash,
wash
training.
training.
Yeah, pressure
There we
wash.
go. Man, I can tell y'all about how my week's been, but some of y'all already know this is the busiest week I think I've ever had in my life.
Well, Marco, do me a favor. While we got you on here, you reminded me of something. If you want to announce that, I think that you're going to do it every 60, and Trudy's going to do an interim of what you're going to do at 60. So do you want to let that cat out of the bag?
You're talking about with training events?
Yes.
You can let the cat out of the bag. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You know more about it than I do because you're the one.
How would I know more about it? You're the one that called me today.
Oh, no. Well, you're
Don't
talking
let that
about
out of the bag yet.
No, you're talking about the bi-weekly deal, right?
Yeah.
Where I have one person come in every other week.
You lost him.
Yeah, I know that's priceless.
What is it, Marco? Let the cat out of the bag. Okay, Marco, it's all you, man. What is it?
Okay, so basically, I had somebody that reached out to me that wanted some hands-on experience,
right?
And we still clean. You know, we still go out there and clean. We do a variety of different jobs. We're mostly commercial, but and I had somebody that reached out and said he wanted hands-on training. He did not want to get a job with another cleaning company. He wanted to actually just go with another experienced cleaning company for a day and get the experience. So I brought him on, and he was so happy. He was like, "Man, I would have paid like a lot of money for this experience," because we didn't just show him how to do the cleaning. He got a lot of experience talking with me, a very eccentric person.
Right.
And well, I'm very analytical with the things that I do, and I make things easy to understand because I don't sugarcoat shit. and I let a person know how things are, whether they like to hear or not. I don't care. That's their problem, not mine. But sometimes there are things that people need to hear.
Right.
And
straight talk's the best way to go, man. I think.
And I offend people, but I don't give a shit. So that's the problem. But it's a good thing too. Hence my divorce. But yeah, there you go. I'm a hard person to live with. I'll tell you that right now. Shit, ask my kids.
Yeah, but you're a lot of fun too, man. I mean, come on, man.
Well, no, I am, but I mean, I talk a lot of shit to people. The thing is, whenever anything was said was done, he goes, "You know, I was uneasy about even getting into this industry, but seeing what you did really opened my eyes to a lot more than just," because I mean, I showed him an F9 demo with a couple of different products. We did exterior cleaning. We did a dumpster pad. I actually had a post-construction cleaning set up. And we ended up having a good 10-hour day of him doing the work. And so he got to get hands-on, but on the way to each job, it was like he was a sponge. He wanted to know more. So he would talk with me, and I'd answer his question. And then we'd go into it even more. And what I realized is that there's guys out there that really need to know certain details. Business, people ask me about getting more customers. And I said, you need to really focus on the people that you already have and how do you branch off that. And he even saw whenever I went to this residential job, this guy was at a vacation house and I was cleaning his vacation house. And my first thing is, "So what do you do?" He goes, "Oh, I own a fab shop." "Where's it located? How many square feet is it? Do you have a parking lot? Is it concrete or asphalt?" And I just basically, I'm going in for the kill. How can I get this commercial job? Because I want more money.
Right.
How can I get into a maintenance cleaning account for this commercial account? I don't give a shit about this $375 house wash. I want to know how much money I can make on a maintenance commercial cleaning account. I called it an infiltration device. And he goes, "That's top lingo." I said, "That's what it is. Residential sucks. I hate doing residential, but I like doing residential to find out what kind of commercial work can I get into. Because I like commercial work because I like making more money. That's the reason I like doing residential, because residential is a waste of my time, but it helps me get to commercial, which makes money."
Right.
And that's what I told him. He goes, "Man, that's about as straight up as it gets." This is a fucking truth.
Well, you know, everyone's got their way of doing things, man. Like in my end, I got thousands of residential customers. I'm never.
You're
giving-
laughing, Ron, but I'm serious.
Yeah. Hey,
I know,
Ron,
man. It's
since
just
Trudy
it's
left
just
the
how
show,
you
he's up,
tell.
Roman.
It's just how you tell it, man.
Yeah. Hey, lucky Trudy wasn't here. He would have been bounced. She's cool.
No, he can say the F-bomb all he wants on the show, man.
No, pressure washing.
We just can't post it in friends group.
We can't post this now.
Hey, I woke up at 3:10 this morning, and I've been going all day. I mean,
life of a business owner, man.
I started doing just. I made a video the other week, and I was like, it might be common sense to some of y'all, but I always would wake up at like 7:30 and show up at the store like right when it opens. And I realized whenever I wake up at 4 a.m, I get so much work done. It's so cool. I was like, oh my God, this is why old people do this.
I absolutely get more shit done between 4:30 and 7 o'clock every day, man.
Amazing.
Yeah, I can take the rest of the day off actually at that point.
Yeah, I get up early like that. I do stuff. I go back to sleep for a couple more hours.
No, it really is amazing. What happens is I can do physical, mechanical work throughout the day, but my thought process is not as sharp. But like the first 6 hours I'm awake, I can get I can get 12 hours of work done in that first 6 hours because I'm just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. It's easy. So once it gets to like 2 p.m. and I've been up for 11 hours, now I'm just like, okay, I'm going to move boxes and pallets because what was I thinking about again? Oh yeah, boxes. So, but seriously, that's what ends up happening is my brain's mush by the time it's 1 o'clock. And the other thing is, another thing I've done is at 7:30, before the phone calls start ringing, I eat a big ass breakfast at 7:30. Why? Because I don't get a lunch break. I don't have time for a lunch break. I won't eat until 7 p.m. I'm actually gonna, as soon as we get off here, I'm gonna eat. I ate breakfast at 7:30 this morning. So I don't have time.
That's what I do in my life. I have big breakfasts, way too big, and I have gigantic dinners, nothing in the middle. And they say that's the first thing for you.
Well, the thing that guy asked me,
you got to eat small meals. But when I get up, I got to have my 3 or 4 eggs, my 2 English muffins, my corned beef, whatever I want. Right? It's big. I'll go to the diner. I go to breakfast every day here and also in New York. And then dinner. I got to have a big dinner. But in between, that's why when I'm on Facebook, I tend to be later at night or early in the morning. Because in between, your whole life is going on. At least for me, it is. There's nonstop. I mean, Jamie knows. Jamie's got a lot of stuff going on. It's business, man. Yeah. Business is like a child. I mean, I think of my children a lot. And business, I think about that more than anything. People like, John, you're in Florida. Why are you doing anything with business? My in-laws were here this past week. I was in the back bedroom. I was doing all my stuff in there, trying to get stuff lined up, talking to Tom.
Hey, Jamie, I got a tip for you. No matter how shitty your internet service is, if your phone's 5G, you can follow along on closed caption.
Oh, that's what you're doing?
Every time my internet fails. At least, it's funny because you said the F-bomb a couple times, Marco. It actually says something else.
Yeah,
wow, that's a really good Franklin over there.
Yeah. Ron, can't go on PW friends now. Trudy's like, I'm here.
I get what you're saying,
right,
John.
well, as long as you got them on there. Jamie's got a training event that's full. You can't go to it. Marco's starting something that's brand new. John will be having his last garage cleaning class because it's always his last one.
Always his last one.
It's his last garage cleaning class. Yeah. And then we know Carlos is having, events, pretty much he's doing the gas station training kind of all over the place. And then we'll be in May. Marco doesn't know this yet, but in May we'll be at his place doing some basic training. Yeah, in May. Yeah, you were busy doing all your stuff. We talked.
He's gone. Marco, it's nice to find out on live broadcast, right?
Oh, so apparently there's an event at my place in May.
Yeah. He's bringing his whole family there. They're staying there for 3
Didn't
straight.
know that.
So you know.
He's got that stupid ass live face on there, and apparently I haven't been at my place in May that I didn't know about.
He didn't know about it. Marco doesn't know about this. We're going to be at his place, and there's his face right there. Look at that. Is his face frozen like this?
Yeah, it's frozen.
So that's what's going on, huh?
That's what's going on.
But what I've been doing is a little bit different though, because instead of having a classroom setting, I just want to have one person, and I feel like if I can get one person to get one-on-one time with us, they're going to get a whole lot out of it than having a classroom setting of 15 people and someone afraid of looking like an idiot asking a stupid question. There are no stupid questions, just stupid people. So I had to throw that in there. But
you know what? You're ex-law enforcement. A lot of stupid people. A lot of stupid cops.
Yes.
A lot of stupid people.
But I really could tell that this guy was hungry and was a sponge, and I really felt like one-on-one time is what this guy needed. He didn't need a classroom setting. He didn't need death by PowerPoint. He needed to get his hands dirty. He needed to do all this different stuff, and he needed to do it firsthand. And every time I did something or told him something, he goes, I've been on YouTube for like 100 hours, and I never heard that shit, or I never saw that. And I'm like, well, yeah, not everybody says everything that's on YouTube. And the other thing is there's so much in this industry. Not everything is going to be covered on YouTube. And it was just like a lot of little details. And by the time everything was done, the guy was just extremely happy. I was like, man, I need to make more people happy with this. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, you know what? People
I actually just enjoy it.
Right. I mean, Jamie knows this. He does a lot of events. YouTube is like, I always say this about Billy Joel. So I've seen him multiple times. If you say, John, I got a 2-hour pass for you to watch Billy Joel perform on YouTube, I'm going to watch a minute of it. Bores me to tears. When you see him in person, you never forget it. I know who I went there with. I know what time of year it was. When you go to these events, all the years I've been going to these events, every single one, only I heard one complaint on one person. And they tend to be what Jamie said earlier. It might be the location you might hear, or the hotel. But generally, people, right, Jamie? They love this stuff. This is what they pick for their life. They don't need a 4-year degree. They don't need you don't even need a high school degree. You don't need any of that crap. But you need to get down and in front of the right kind of people who are vetted. I'm going to go into that detail coming up down the road because I was talking to Bo Giuseppe tonight about that.
Hey guys, I got a choice. I got a deal here. If you ask any of these guys a question, we're going to go into questions rounds here. Right. I'll send you a shirt. If I pick your question, I'll set it up there. You can ask John, me, Jamie, Marco. Anybody gets a question, they get a Joe Walters shirt. I'll send them a Joe Walters shirt. As a bonus, I'm not going to tell you what sizes I have left, but Marco knows we're slim on these babies. Only what I take about 6 extra ones. 6. You can get the last collector's items of the $10,000 shirt.
All my shirts are here in Florida.
You can get one of Marco's collector items of the Washmart University. Look at this Houston shirt, okay? If you fit into it, but I can't tell you the sizes. If not, as a consolation, you get a Joe Walters shirt. So there you go. Ask away, guys.
Oh, there's no questions. All right, I guess that concludes that segment.
All right, well,
okay. So Lewis Courtney, I don't know if I can consider that a question, but it's a request more than a question. There you go.
For Jamie.
Oh, there you got one for Jamie.
For me, that's not for me.
This one is.
No. One is
there you go. Don Root got a shirt.
Oh, the next one, Don, man, come on. Hey, Don.
He wants one of Marco's shirts.
It's going to be. He knows. It's going to be New Jersey. It's going to be New Jersey in probably October. We usually go September, but there's a conflict this year with September, so we're going to go October in Jersey. It'll be our 4th year. If it wasn't for COVID last year. Unfortunately, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's going to be New Jersey. Don should know that, but he might not know that because
Carlos has a very good question.
We've been going back and forth.
There we go. Carlos's next question. There it is.
So, there was, and I do know what happened is NAPCO is a very large distributor in Houston, and they have a government contract that they have to abide by. So all these contractors coming in buying these 50 and 100-gallon dispenses, they had to cut it off because they have government contracts that they have to satisfy. Water treatment plants they have to satisfy. So contract cleaners come second whenever it comes to this kind of stuff. I stocked up on a bunch of bleach just because I realized that there were people freaking out because it's March and NAPCO is not dispersing bleach. And not everybody has an eye washing station and has an ASA account. So we stocked some and we have gotten rid of a lot and we're cycling it. I'm having to get it from another company called Harcross Chemical, which is where we get a lot of our raw chemicals from. But NAPCO, I believe, is still halting, but we're slowly getting caught up on the water treatment plants in Texas because we had a bizarre freeze that screwed everything up the week after our Wash Mart event.
Do we know why there's a shortage? Because I do know why. I just didn't know if anybody else knew why.
Water treatment plant. So there's
no. Do you know why the shortage is there? You're right about your area, but do you know why the shortage is
I don't know why the shortage is happening entirely. I just know about the Houston metropolitan area, why NAPCO's not dispensing.
Okay, here's what happened. So as summer comes on to us, the pool industry, which is ginormous, they normally use the powder form, right? This is what they normally use.
Chlorine tablets.
Two plants, yeah, but they call it something else. Two of these plants actually burned down to the ground at similar times. One of them was huge. It was up in either Minnesota or Wisconsin that makes like most of it for the United States. And one had a fire, and some other one they was taking offline because they were anticipating a new one coming online. Well, apparently the one that burned down won't be online again for another year and a half, and the new one that's coming online is 6 months behind. So they're having an issue because this one plant, ginormous one, burnt down, I guess just a little too early. Maybe they were trying to get their, maybe they were thinking the new one's going to open. Let's burn the old one down, collect the insurance. I mean, I'm just kidding. But that's what happened. And I got that straight from the horse's mouth. It's the actual company that lost the building.
Ron, is that a national problem? That's a national problem?
It's a national problem. Yeah. And they've said it's not going to cause a problem because they didn't want to cause a frenzy. But apparently now in certain areas like this right here, we're seeing it. Because he's right, these water treatment facilities normally use the powder, and they're now using the liquid because that's all that's available.
Yep.
Look,
if you go to a pool store, that bucket of powder has skyrocketed from like $80 to $310. The pool guys won't even touch it. You know what I mean? Yep. Because they can still get the chlorine for a couple bucks a gallon.
Yep.
I need
so you can, now hold on. Might as well get while we're on this problem of the industry, because I didn't know we were going to go this route tonight. Okay, Leslie's Commercial, not Leslie's Pool. Okay, in every major city there's a Leslie's Commercial, and you can get the same Hassa bleach in 4x and 22s, I believe, but that's as big as they can get it at a Leslie Commercial. So if you get desperate and you need to get the 22s, you can go to a Leslie's Commercial and get it, but not a regular store. If you're buying that stuff that's in the boxes, that is not the Hassa stuff. You have to get the disposable packs, which acid's in the orange and chlorine's in the yellow, reusable, the deposit container. They collect a deposit on the container. So if they don't have that, don't buy anything there because we don't know. Well, right now liquid bleach isn't going to be. I have a feeling liquid bleach isn't going to be old anywhere at this point because people are going to be hoarding it off the shelves, especially not only our industry but the pool industry in general. So as swimming pools come back, you guys all know in the summertime they're going to use tremendous amounts more chlorine than they use. I mean, in the wintertime here, guys, I probably use 10 tablets all winter here. In the summertime, I'll use 3 buckets. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I got a commercial account with Jetline. Jamie, you heard of them, right? Jetline?
Yeah. I use Buckman's.
They sell to the pool guys. So I get the same prices whatever the pool companies get, so I get it in there. But Jim Van Handel was down by you, Jamie, put a post up the other day. And then he hit me up. He's like, John, is chlorine going straight up by you? I said, I don't know. I'm in Florida. I'll let you know next week. So
It hasn't for me yet. I just got a tote today because I get it by the tote.
So
And,
same
so
price.
I'm still. No, I get it from
Brent Tag or Univar?
Buckman's.
Buckman's.
Yeah. So right now we're good. Right now, So hey.
No, you know what's going on too? Gasoline is skyrocketing. Here it's $2.89 a gallon now in Florida. I don't know what it is back home, but when gas starts going up and oil goes up, everything's going to go up.
It means my business is doing well.
Yeah. I don't want to get into politics, but I may have to raise prices up a lot.
Hey, I'm happy when oil prices go up.
Yeah, you love it, you guys. I'll tell you that.
Oh, labor, man. That's about it.
God bless Texas.
It's crazy. All crazy. It's a crazy year.
Crazy year.
Yeah.
I had noticed, and there's a shortage of a lot of things, though. There's a lot of things, not just this industry. I'm talking about in general, that things are on back order. There's
aluminum. Aluminum's on back order.
Oh yeah, aluminum's crazy right now.
I got a 5-month wait on my bed to make it. I got a custom made bed. New York is screwed up with everything. So aluminum coming in and everything is like back ordered. It's crazy. And Florida, everything's been wide open. And I'm like, man, I wish New York was like Florida. Texas, I think, is all opened up now, right? Everything is good. They're moving.
Yeah, no, we're opened up. By the way, it's Lewis Coatney. No, you would have to get a key start engine already. Installing an alternator on a pull start engine is like extremely not cost effective.
Okay, is that a shirt? Is that worthy of a shirt? I guess it is.
Yeah, you asked the question.
You're about to give him a Washmark shirt over asking a question?
Yeah. Any question, I told him I'll give
That's
him a
the rules,
shirt.
man. That's the rules.
All right,
That's
all
the
right.
rules.
Right now, though, man, my
He's a good guy.
By the way,
even my phone froze up. It's crazy.
So Dan Downey asked about West Coast events. It's funny because I have family pressuring me to have a Seattle event just because they want me to bring my children so that they can see them. And I'm like, I don't really know. And they're becoming a pain in the ass to the point to where they're wanting to pay for the damn space just for me to bring my kids. It's bizarre.
I was going to the Seattle event. I was doing a Seattle event, Marco, before COVID came. And it.
Oh, really? Yeah. I have family.
I was going to California
to bring the kids.
Seattle.
But, you can have a Seattle event if you bring your kids. I'm like, I don't really feel like flying with my kids for 4 hours because,
That's tough.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan with conventions that say, you know what, bring your whole family.
Hey, Jamie, if Marco wants to have an event up there with him, do it with your org. I'm good with that.
You don't want to go to Seattle?
I'm not going to Seattle, man.
No.
Yeah, there's a funny story, man. We were up in Seattle years ago, and Tony Shelton and I come out of this pub, right? And there's these dudes standing around in a circle, and we pass by them, and they're smoking weed. And we start talking to them, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't realize that it was all legal in Washington. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit was legal. And so we're sitting there, and then next thing you know, the guy goes, "Hey, man, here, man." And he hands us this, like, I'm talking bag of dope. You know what I mean? We're like, and Tony and I are both like, is there a sting operation going on around here? He's just giving us this bag of dope. You know? We're getting busted, man.
Busted.
And they give us this big old bag of dope. Anyways, long story short, it was like puff, and you were like, why we didn't need a bag of dope.
Good.
We didn't need a bag of dope, man.
Yeah, Seattle.
No, I've been asked by family to go up there. I just don't think it's going to be this year. I've thought about doing one up there next year, something small, not something big. We're so damn busy. It's hard for me to do anything.
Time's an issue, my friend.
I don't have a lot of it.
No. That's true.
So,
hey, John, I was looking here. John Mickelson had a question, and let me see.
What was it?
He was asking Jamie, what's the best way to utilize Nextdoor? And John, I would say, man, just to provide content, valuable content.
and subliminal messaging.
Yes. Don't always be selling. Don't always be selling next door because you will get, shunned from it. So just giving out value, man.
Jamie,
giving out tips.
Do you know what the classic trick on Nextdoor is? Hi, did anybody know what the sirens are about? I saw the police driving by and I'm really scared. Yeah, I was power washing in this guy's driveway and and I also saw that thing. No violation. But you just
no violation.
Power wash driveway.
Power wash.
And subliminal messaging.
Yeah, Nextdoor is good. Nextdoor is good, man. We do really, really good off Nextdoor. But you got, just like Facebook, that Nextdoor has admins. They have admins that run the group in your little area. So it depends. If that admin's a real tougher, then it might be an issue for you.
Mine's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So, but
I have to do the subliminal messaging in mine.
Yes, and there's also some tricks around that, man. There's some tricks around that. There's some things you can do to give value. Give back, give value, and become the authority, man. That they want to know. They want to ask you at that point. So Nextdoor can be good.
Dan Downey, please message me because I can't find you on Messenger. If you want to get that Washmark collector's item shirt, message me and I can get you hooked up.
Where's my spare shirt? I only have one.
I got about
okay. Well, what size do you wear so I don't give them all?
Well, that's kind of a personal question to ask me in public.
Extra large.
Ouch.
Good night, Carlos.
Womanly figure and all, but I don't know about extra large.
Carlos, we will see you somewhere on the road, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. I haven't seen Carlos in a couple of years. I'll see him again.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years.
Yeah.
Look at it, John. You are the parking garage hunk.
Oh, I don't know about hunk. I mean, nobody's really seen me with my bathing suit. Oh yeah, I put the picture up.
We saw you without your clothes on at the Phoenix event.
I need a man's ear.
You didn't have your clothes on at the Phoenix event, and and Trudy was in your room, John. You don't remember that?
I don't admit to nothing. I deny every single time. That was a lot of fun. Oh, it was a lot of fun. Jamie, I want to ask you a question, though.
Yes.
You were just talking about Nextdoor. Fast question. I want to ask you a fast question because every area is different when it comes to like AdWords and Facebook and Nextdoor. What I found out by me was because I have Anya Curry, she does all my stuff, right?
Yep.
We were doing like $1,000, $1,500 a month for Google AdWords, and we're doing like $500 or $750 a month with Facebook. Mm-hmm. What I found out was our ROI was way higher with Google.
Absolutely.
And Facebook by me is like dead in the water. And I'm thinking maybe because there's 10 million people on Long Island.
No. I mean, Google AdWords are always going to be, you're always going to get a better return.
So why not put more money into something with an ROI? I know what you're going to say, you don't put all your money in one basket, but the ROI has got to be like 15-1 for me at least. And the other one was like 2-1. And the more I threw at AdWords, like one of my contractors here, you guys know his name, I'm not going to say it. He does $6,000 a month in Google AdWords. And he's killing it. And I'm like, my thing is my residential is pretty much solid. I put out a sign maybe 4 years ago. So I have a solid residential part. But I want to just keep things moving. So the Google AdWords, we do for anything. We can do it for commercial. We do for residential. But I don't go near Nextdoor. I know about Nextdoor. LinkedIn, Marco, I got to get more involved in that because there's a lot of commercial there. But my business is where it is, so I have a good operation.
John, I have a very simple. In law enforcement, we're all about common sense, right?
Right. Well,
whenever you're on Facebook, you're not looking for a service. Right. When you're on Google, you're looking for a service. Right. So the ROI is inherently going to be higher because you're looking for cleaning services. Right. You're not on Facebook looking for cleaning services. Cleaning services find you. Facebook, I would consider more of a branding tool than a tool that forces you onto a client. Whereas Google, they type in pressure cleaning near me, and then you pop up and you're on the first 10 of the page. So they contact you. People aren't typing in. They don't go on Facebook looking for pressure washing services. Right. They might go on there to verify legitimacy. Okay, they're going to go on there to use it as a database, but that's the reason why the ROI is different. You also have to remember, cost per click on Facebook's what, 5 cents, and Google it's $3.
Yes,
there's a huge difference, and but whenever you have a little bit into both, it's worth doing on both. But I'm not saying put $1,000 a month in Google AdWords.
Right.
I do 150.
John, how much experience you got?
This is my 26th year.
26. How much you, Jay? How much you got,
9
Jamie?
years old.
How much experience? Well,
Hey.
I'm 47 now, so I've been cleaning since I was 9. So,
Wow.
window cleaning.
30.
Yeah.
Arco,
6 years.
6 whole years.
Yep.
6.
I'm a second
Alright.
generation, but I didn't start till 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So let me
There
add
it
something.
is.
Let me add something to John. So on Facebook, John, what Marco said is 100% right. People are not looking for your service on Facebook like they are on Google. So that's why your message becomes extremely important, man. Like, see this right here. You got before and after pictures, right?
Yes.
People are not going to keep stopping on Facebook to see that because they see them every single day. So that's the reason you need to have scroll stoppers. You need to have something when somebody's scrolling through Facebook, something that catches their attention and makes them read your message. So that's why you see me do some stupid stuff, man. That's why the GOAT, the GOAT last year, the GOAT was about getting people to stop to read my message. Because look, they may not stop because they see a greenhouse, but they stop when they see a goat wearing damn sunglasses. Like,
Yeah.
So
That's exactly what my headline part is on LinkedIn. Whenever I tell people, no one cares that you're the owner of Clean and Green or Panhandle or Clean County. No one cares about that. Whenever someone adds me, they just see, oh, Vent Hood cleaning specialist. Whenever they see that, it's like it keys in, like, oh shit, and then they look at it. But whenever it's just cleaning company, okay, cool, it's just another cleaning company. But whenever you have something specific, for instance, what Jamie's talking about, if you have a picture of Sloth with the Superman shirt, they're going to stop and they're going to scroll back up and read it just because.
yeah, what's this?
Sloth.
What is this?
Hey, you know what it is? I'm so old school. The world is passing me by. All you young guys got all this. I remember your stuff, Jamie, with that goat. And I have people tell me that, John, you got to do something crazy in there. But you know what it is?
Crazy,
I'm in a different zone with stuff. Anya does Facebook stuff for me. I think, like you said, Marco, for the Brandon part. But I throw my money towards a lot of other things, SEO, the Google AdWords, stuff like that.
Jeremy
That
Brook,
would-
$150 a month.
What's that?
Jeremy Brook, $150 a month. That's what I spend. That's it.
Jeremy Brook, I will share that with you privately. Look, I give out a lot of information, man, but that's one thing that if I tell you how much I spend on AdWords, then you know, not you, but people know how much I spend on AdWords against me. So,
Yep, 150 is what I spend. That's it.
yeah, I spend a lot more than that, though. I can tell you that.
I spent a
Yeah,
lot more.
I spend 150.
And all while you guys were talking, I answered Lewis's question. Everybody knows there's my YouTube video on how to hire a service person.
Lewis,
There you
you have well, you got good information there. I read that, but we are going to have Jeremy Brook and Pat Clark, I believe, next Wednesday on in the paid member group with that exact subject. That was Jeremy Brook's idea, because that seems to be a struggle, man. Hiring employees is a struggle for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Especially
Yes.
right now when people are getting paid, when guys are getting paid more than stay home than they are to go to work with all this extra money they're getting from the government.
You know, that is a challenge, but I still go back to if they were raised right,
Yes.
they're not staying home.
Of course.
They're not staying home.
We just hired a new mechanic late this week, and he is awesome. He got tired of sitting at home and needed to do something.
He might have been getting a divorce because he was sitting at home. He wanted to save his marriage, so he took half the money from you he makes a week.
Hey, he's still
Never
married.
know.
It worked, right?
Hey, if that works, it works, Ron. You know, some people sitting around. Look, Marco, he wasn't on the job long enough. But a lot of cops, when they retired, they're home all day with the wife. They're divorced in 3 years. You got to get out of the house, man.
If they don't die in 3 years.
Well, they either die in 3 years. Look, if they stay busy like I always have.
DD, death or divorce. One of the two's happening after you retire as law
If you
enforcement.
keep doing good stuff, you know, staying busy, being positive, running a company, or it's either death or divorce, Marco said. And the death, a lot of it comes from drinking a shitload because they're out of the house all day. You got to get out.
No, but there's that third D. The death comes from depression because they miss working with the guys.
Well, listen, I go out to dinner with my crew still, so you got to stay in touch. I love my guys back in the day.
I stay in touch with them. A lot of them will lose touch with them because they think whenever they retire, they're done, they're out, done.
Right.
And then they're done. Man, it's all a bunch of D words. That's all negative.
Yeah, DDD. But look,
the death, divorce.
Your case, Marco, you got no time for that. You're busy all the time. I mean,
I don't have time for
you got to stay busy.
We had a mandatory ski trip in December, and we had a mandatory camping in the fall, period. They had to go. That was it. Those are the 2 times a year they had to go, and they had to go on those. They were employee functions, and they got paid, so they couldn't complain about it. Bringing their families was highly recommended, but they didn't have to. But we still had a good time. And I want to tell you, I learned that my father had a transportation business, and he had company picnics every year. I mean, and you growing up where I grew up in northern Indiana, South Chicago, sweet corn, softball, all kinds of games. I mean, it was a complete blast. Look, everybody in the company looked forward to that picnic every year.
My father's company too.
Every year. Every year.
I don't know about y'all, but I gotta get me another beer.
We are done. We are done. I gotta get something too, man. So I'm gonna Marco.
So I want to leave it.
See you later, Marco.
Take care, Marco.
Guys,
I gotta put out too.
Before I get out of here, I just want to leave a tip for the young guys.
Do it.
All right. Look, we got to go back to keeping it simple, right?
Kiss.
Look, if you have the money, if you have the budget, you go out and you get somebody. They do your Google AdWords like they do for John. They do your Facebook ads. They do all that for you. They bring you the work. Okay? If you don't have the budget, look, it's simple. Even if you do have the budget, you should be doing this. Every person you meet, look, give them a card. Right? Give them a card. Give them a brochure. Whatever you have. Let them know what you do. It's that simple. The more people that understand, that know what you do, the more opportunities you're going to have, the more leads you're going to get. The more people that know what you do, the more people you're going to put in that funnel. It's that simple. Great way to do that is to hire professionals. Hire someone to do Google. Hire someone to do Facebook.
I don't do any of it.
If you can't do it, look, do like, everybody knows Pat Clark. Ron, you know what he does? He straps his boots up and he gets out there and he goes out and he throws flyers. He puts out door hangers. He meets people. He goes in restaurants and does unsolicited bids. Right?
Were you there watching Mattress Mac that year at Doug's event?
I've seen Mattress Mac, yes.
Remember he talked about the guy, he had a tire shop, but nobody knew about it. So He wore a tire around his waist. He wore it to church. He wore it to the diner. I mean, he wore it all over town. He had a tire. Yes. And as soon as he started wearing that tire, he was as busy as he could be, and he kept wearing the tire. It was crazy stuff. Nice little cat there, John.
Yeah,
Jamie's a cat guy too.
I got dogs, man. My dogs don't like cats, man.
All right, man. Hey, Jamie, what do you think about this? This is the last question. Mike Kilgore. This is the last question, guys.
A question for advertising: how to increase word of mouth advertising for your customers? Wow them. I mean, you can wow them or you can bribe them. That's your two options. You can bribe them with awesome referrals, and you know what? Referrals are awesome. I don't know if you guys know Howard Partridge. He's back from the carpet cleaning days.
Yes, I know.
Huge companies. He's a legend. He built carpet cleaning companies on referral programs, right? I seen some guy in one of the groups the other day complaining because a customer asked for a referral fee. Well, you know what? I mean, you give this guy 10% or whatever you want to give him. You're going to spend it on advertising. If you understand how much it costs to acquire a client, giving out referral fees is actually pretty cheap. So that's a couple questions. You can bribe them or just wow them, man. Wow them. Send them brownies. Send them brownies when you get done their job.
Yes,
stuff like that.
The biggest thing for my company is the wow factor.
Yeah,
we do a great job at the same crew for 12, 14 years now. Every job they do a great job. We always ask our customer to recommend us. We got to do a better job in asking for what do you call those? Good. What do you call it, Jamie? You get you get those nice replies on your website. But the wow factor is big. But I know what other guys do. See, I'm not a sign guy. I have 500 signs in my warehouse, and we never really use them. But you go, like one of the guys I know in New York, he gives his customers the sign. Actually gives it to them. So they keep it for 2 weeks. He takes $20 off for next year or whatever the year they do it, and they keep it out on their lawn for 2 weeks. There's a lot of ways to get that. But the wow factor to me is I do my class like that. I want people to go in my class. When I'm done with them, they're like, wow, that's great.
Yep.
So there's different ways.
Yep.
I'm horrible at referrals. I can't stand when I get a referral.
No.
Here's me when I get a referral. Hello, Mr. Jones. Okay, who was that referred you? And depending on what that question was, whether I'm going to be going to their place or not, right there, who referred them? And I hate it when you gotta, pacify something, because the problem with my business is sometimes when you get referrals, it might be from a high-end client, and you're going to go do the job no matter what it is. You know what I mean? But you don't want to do the job. You know what I'm saying? And it's very rarely that when you get the call from the customer that you want, you're getting the equal job that you want. It's just how it is for me. Now, I understand that if I was teaching residential thing, I'm asking for that thing every time. I'm going to ask for the referral, period. I'm going to, like you said, I'm going to bribe them. I'm probably going to give them something for free to get their at least a relative's number to go give a quote. I mean, because that's what you got to do. You perpetuate those things. But 9 times out of 10, you say that. Most of the time when you're talking about an older client, I found this out, they always have a daughter, brother-in-law, son that they want to go. They'll buy the service. If you give them something off on their deal, give them a free driveway. They're like, hey, you know what? Just go take care of my son's house. Give me a bill. Tell me what it's going to cost me. And that I see that happening a lot.
Ron, I do discounts on that too. It depends what it is. Like the guy gave me a $15,000 job. He wants something done for his son or something. I'll discount it. My wife, she's right there in the other room. Every time we get a referral, I'm sure Jamie probably does the same thing. We have some customers, it's like a tree that comes off. Over the years, there's like 30, 40 people who all came from the one customer. So we track that. What do you keep it on? QuickBooks, Kath?
QuickBooks
Customer manager. She tracks all that. Who did what, who did where. And she can always go back to that. When someone says something, she remembers who was part of this whole thing. And she always lets the customer know that, 3 more people called. That's customer service.
I bet you she understands.
Hi, Kathy.
She understands the lifetime value of a customer, and that's what a lot of people miss. And everybody that's watching this video, just go Google, man, and do some research on the lifetime value of a customer.
Oh my God!
And it'll open your eyes. It'll open your eyes and your mind to what you really achieve by taking care and building relationships. So. Simple.
That's me, man. I'm the relationship guy. And here's how I get the referral. Hey, Jim, I want to meet your other friend over there that you know. Are you going to introduce me? That's my referral. That's it. That's the only way. That's the only way I do referrals. But I know that's not. We were talking about this at Washburn University. Guys were asking me how I would go about using LinkedIn. And my way I would use LinkedIn is completely different than the way somebody else would. If you look at mine, I have 10,000 connections on there, So I've got everybody and anybody on there. So you want to be my friend because I actually know those important people. So if you're a pool guy or a plumber, you want to know me because I can introduce you to these people. You know what I mean? And I don't think people understand that when they're looking at technology. That, this goes back to, I used to tell guys go to BOMA meetings and they go, Ron, you made me pay $1,000 and I had to pay $250 for luncheon. And they stuck me in a room with a bunch of contractors. And I go, are you stupid? I said, my largest referral when I first started out was a guy that cleaned fountains. Why was he so important? Because he'd been doing it for 35 years and he knew everyone that was wealthy. Because who has fountains? Wealthy people. Yeah. And I was like, his name was Jack. And I was like, I got to be friends with Jack. We actually became really good friends because I started restoring the fountains for him with the washers when he would go in and redo them. He found out I could restore them faster than he could. So he could redo more fountains per week by having me restore them. Well, when I started getting to be a good friends with him, he was like, oh, I know. I go, he's the 17th largest developer in the world. Oh yeah, I take care of all of his stuff. Introduce me, man. I want to wash his sidewalks, And bang, the rest is history. But these guys don't understand that it's not about, when you talk about the referral, there's so many different ways you can talk about referral game, but I always want to go, I call it an introduction. I want to get an introduction from somebody that I already do business with, or this is another one. I say, hey, Jack, you know, you've known me for 20 years. You know Mr. Weikensteinkel. I want you to call him for me. I don't want you to, you know, I don't want to call him and tell him to ask you about me. I want you to call him for me, okay? One last one, and I'm going to let you take the mic, Jamie. I had season tickets to the Diamondbacks all the way through the World Series. When after they won the World Series, the tickets skyrocketed, and I didn't buy the tickets. But we had 4 box seats, and everybody goes, Ron, how many out of 170 games this season, how many did you go to? And I said, 3. And they go, you paid $12,000 for box tickets. You have 4 of them, and you went to 3 games, and you're a baseball guy, because John knows I'm a baseball guy. And I go, yeah. I go, I give them the clients. But better than that, I send my best clients, I have them invite clients that I want to be clients with to the ball game. And I have them sit next to them, sometimes on a surprise. You understand that? Like, surprise, you're sitting next to your buddy that you've known for 15 years. And then who gave them the seats?
Right.
Ron Musgrave. And then that strikes up the conversation.
You know what that's all about?
Oh, yeah.
Right. It's all about
because my customers can sell you better than anybody,
it's all
John.
about relationships.
That's all it is.
Relationships is all it is.
Relationships.
And that's what guys, hey, put Mike Kilgore's comment up there. That's gold. That is gold.
Let's see. Take pictures.
That is gold. Right there. Mike Kilgore says take pictures before and after. Give it to your clients and have them post it to their Facebook page. They are now referring you just by posting those pictures.
I'm going to tell my wife that as soon as I get off.
That's gold. That's gold right there.
That's a great one. Thanks, Mike.
That's gold.
Oh, show him a shirt.
That wasn't a question. He just gave you some gold advice.
Yeah,
you don't get shirts for giving good advice.
I like it.
Only asking bad questions.
Hey, look, I don't want the questions anymore. I want good advice like that. I should give him a shirt.
Jamie, do you want to wash my shirt if I got one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Text me the size. I believe it or not, I think I got your size. I think that's
hopefully Mark would have I got no shirts left.
No, I got 3 or 4 of them away, but I don't even know if a lot of these guys, I think Lewis has got no shot at getting it. I don't know how much, if Don's gained a few pounds, he could probably have one. Obviously, we have big sizes left.
Yeah, maybe I'll get some.
I should have said, nobody under 300 pounds ask a question.
Yeah.
They get nothing.
Hey, I got a couple of 5XLs.
This is only for the super heavyweights.
Hey, Ron, how big is a 5XL? You wear a 3, I think, or 2. 3.
I actually wear a 3 or a 4, just depending on, sometimes it depends on if it's Christmas time and I haven't really, or during the beginning of COVID, I graduated to a 4X.
Yeah, you're coming down now. It's about to come out of COVID. But yeah, I got some 5XLs. Maybe I'll give away some 5XLs on our next show because I got about 10 of them.
You got 10 5XLs?
Holy yeah, she got me 5. She also got me like extra small. I'm like, I never met a contractor extra small. Have you? I never did.
Well, Trudy.
Well, Trudy's tiny. She's like but she was so tiny. She's 5 foot tall.
John, I'll give you a key. When a woman asks you what size shirt, you always say extra small, and you go from there. Okay.
I know that.
Hey guys, we went way too long.
Yeah.
The last part of this show was dynamite, man. Jamie, I appreciate you. I hope you come on again sometime, man. We had a lot of fun. We'll get you to come on in the future and see what's going on, guys. I appreciate you coming on, Jamie.
Before you go.
I'm going to let Jamie say his last word. We'll close him out. We'll close it up. John, you and I'll close it up. Go ahead.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Before Jamie goes, we're working on an Atlantic City thing, and if it goes the way I think it's going to go, I'm going to drag Jamie over there.
He'll be over there. He's coming.
They're all coming if it works out. We'll see. It's all good. All right, Jamie.
Thanks again, Jamie. Appreciate it, man.
All right, guys. I'm out.
Good show.
Hey, John, we didn't talk about Atlantic City. By the way, John and I will know in the next 10 days positively about Atlantic City. It's do or die at this point. We'll know well before we go to Atlanta, but we should know we could know by the end of this week, but definitely by the mid next week, we'll definitely know. It's a matter of just getting a hold of contact. But guys, John and I play in Atlantic City, or John's playing in Atlantic City. I'm helping him out with it. We're doing it between the 15th and like the 24th, 25th, somewhere in them dates.
Yeah, I think it was the later part of July, but it's going to be around.
So 20th to the end of July, we're going to do it somewhere around there. And it's a perfect time of the year. Everybody will be loaded up with money. We'll be able to spend lots of money, have a lot of fun. I mean, you talk about Atlantic City, you're talking about we can gamble, we can drink, and all kinds of other things we can do, and all kinds of other fun we're gonna have. Last time I was in Atlantic City, man, I went to a comedy club. I think you saw the picture. Comb the sights. I mean, Ed Thompson. There's about 20 of us went to a comedy club right there on property, man. I think it's called Finny Bones or something like that. But it's a lot of fun, man, and that's what we're gonna do. John, it was a great show tonight. Last part of the show had a lot of energy. You know, we started off kind of like low energy. We didn't have any.
Well, you know what it was? I mean, because you know, I thought Flip might be coming on. I didn't know Marco was coming on. I'm on vacation. I like to see Ron's a natural with this stuff. I like to be prepared. People don't know that I keep my notes here, like my class. But the show picked up. I think we could have, you know, we could stay on for hours with this stuff. But I think the end of the day is, and I Ron, you know this. I posted some of my groups about these events, the Young Guns event. Jamie's got his event coming up. I think what's his name? Colin. What's his name? Ron Combe.
Combe Fidget.
Yeah, he's got something going on. You got to get to these events. I mean, you know, maybe it costs you 3 or 4 or 5 house washes, but the nuggets you get coming out of these things, you're never going to forget it. You apply them. I got into garage cleaning because of that. I found out that's my niche. You know, Ron's been teaching forever. Ron teaches a lot about you know, concrete cleaning and whatnot. And you learn a lot of stuff at these events. I think, Ron, when you first started, there really was no events to go to. So, right?
No, not to speak of, man. No, not to speak of.
I mean, Steve didn't start to the late 80s. PWA was early 90s. You know, but the world is shifting. Social networking is what it is. We can do stuff like this. But if you really want to take your business to different levels, that's what I did. I went to events, and I learned a lot. And I'm hoping to do something in Atlantic City. But I recommend everyone's events. You got Jamie Schmidt's events. You got Marco's events. Ron orchestrates a lot of this stuff.
John, I am the guy. I don't care whose event it is. Get to an event. Organization, join one. I don't care which one you join. Just join one.
Join them.
John wants you to join the PWNA. I don't care if you join the PWNA or the UMCC, IWCA. Join whatever you want. Join it. Get involved.
If I was a vendor, Ron, I'd belong to the PWNA, the IWCA, CETA, UAMCC.
I do belong to all of them.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Ron? We're going to be talking about the PWNA in 2 weeks. That's going to be going. I talked to Bo today. We have a lot to talk about next week. We're going to bring Tom Saviacek on, the owner of Joe Walters Insurance. I spoke to Joe Walters today. He's the founder of that insurance. We got a lot going on. So people stay in touch with us, and just go on Facebook and see when we're doing something. And there it is. And you know what, there's a lot of great news coming out about Joe Walters Insurance. What's being said on the computer, on the internet, the people don't know exactly what's going on. We're going to have Tom Saviacek on. He owns them, and he's going to tell you a lot of information. And a lot of stuff is, you're going to be surprised when you find out what happened, what caused these problems, and how we're solving these problems. So a lot of good stuff. Ron, I got to run, though. I didn't eat dinner yet. I'm on vacation.
Get out of here, John. We'll talk to you later. Have a good night, guys. Adios. Adios, amigos.